The E3 2018 press conferences are officially over, which means it's time to talk about Nintendo on this episode of the Pause Menu. I'm Corey. This is Chris. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. But it's done. E3 2018 is in the books in terms of press conferences.
What do you mean it's done?
Nintendo always goes last, and I think it's fair to say that Smash was their game.
Oh, easily.
But we're going to wait. We'll talk about that last. So
Smash Brothers.
they talked about a lot.
They showed a lot of trailers.
But I have to say, I don't think there was a single game I cared about.
That's because they didn't show you, other than Smash Brothers, a Nintendo game that you want to care about. Like, everything else was a lot of third party, which is great to see Nintendo being connected with. But there were two main Nintendo games, I want to say, at least.
I mean, yeah, it's... Okay, so here's my thing is, I don't go into these saying like if there's like EA didn't have a game for me, that doesn't mean it was a bad conference. I don't like to think that way. So I think this was an extremely weak showing from Nintendo all around. So they opened with Daemon Cross Machina, Demon, something like
Cross?
that. Yeah. One of the weirdest trailers I've ever seen.
It was a lot longer.
It was really long, and then it just
I thought it should have been
ended. I was like, what?
It looks like Gundams.
Yeah,
you fight
like
bigger Gundams. It looks like it could have been co-op because you were two potential Gundam fire looking things.
Maybe I'm just not connected with this game, but like this seems so random to open up an E3 conference with. Like,
yeah,
that was random as hell.
I mean, and is it a Switch exclusive? Like,
they didn't say any other platforms, so
but
it was running on UE4, so I mean that obviously works on other.
I really love to call the Switch like the indie machine. There's so many indie games on there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So maybe we're just not connected with that one. But then they showed us Super Mario Party, which is Mario Party for Switch, which that's fine.
It's Mario Party.
But I don't know, those last ones weren't very good. So like Mario Party is actually a good game, but I have trouble. I liked the one on DS because we could buy one copy and we were done.
Yeah.
When it was like what, $35. Like,
pretty cheap.
Mario Party is tough to spend $65 on.
I agree.
Like that's where Mario Party loses me.
Definitely,
and
if it's content where you're playing by yourself and
right.
there's no one else around you.
Right,
Where's
and
the
so like this one tried to do more of like it makes sense because you've got the two Joy-Cons, so you don't even need to buy another controller. Like, but it's just how do you sell a Mario Party game in 2018? And this wasn't the way to do it. Like there was just nothing about it that grabbed me.
Is it only 4 players? I mean, they had the idea where they showed in the Switch where they connected 2 Switches where you played off of 2 screens. What is that?
First off, no one's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that.
It's a gimmick.
Nobody is going to A, have 2 Switches, which that's possible, but B, no one's going to buy 2 copies of Mario Party.
The Switch is the new DS. Like, it's your new portable console.
Right. But if they did like a download play, you've got me. Like that's a good thing, but they're not going to do that. Like they're just going to,
Oh, fair to mention. I know I'm just kind of jumping around.
Yeah.
No mention of their online at all.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
I wonder. I guess Mario Party, if that was online, that could be a good thing.
Yeah,
like
that could be fun.
I don't know if that's ever been a thing, but no, it's. I don't know. Like that, I don't know how to say other than I was like, it's Mario Party, but there was nothing about it that was like, yeah, I want to get this Mario Party.
Yeah.
So.
Like, we were just talking about this, and like, it makes me a little more excited to play Top 100 because I mean, those are the good games that
cool.
You know for a fact that you're going to enjoy.
Right, and honestly, maybe it's just the price for me. Maybe it's just I'm not spending that much on Mario Party. Like I'm just not doing it. So
I agree.
Fortnite's coming to the Switch.
Which again, another perfect time to mention about your online,
right?
How this process is going to work.
Which they did.
Fortnite.
So, but available now if you're watching this. So that's not too surprising.
For free.
For free, yeah, it's just the Battle Royale mode, which is interesting because you cannot play the other mode.
That's again, it feels good. Like I feel like Fortnite would be. I mean, I don't know how it's going to run on the Switch, but I feel like that's another good console, another good version to have it on. More portable. Again, you can play it on your iPhone, but you have a much bigger screen now. You can take your Switch and you can play it wherever you have Wi-Fi.
I mean, I'm surprised it took this long. That's the only thing I can really say about this. Like, I feel like but maybe that's why they're just waiting for this moment to release it. I don't know why.
I think this is big. I mean, this is like, I really feel like a multiplayer game that can work on the Switch. Like, again, you're not going to play Call of Duty on your Switch. Fortnite fits. Right. I feel like, I mean, I haven't used the controls yet, but I feel like they can be pretty adaptable to this game.
Yeah. One thing I do now, looking at our list, I know what game we forgot. Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee.
You forgot this because it was teased or leaked or announced before.
But no,
Reggie did not mention anything different from this game.
Yeah, and they showed it off, and like they showed it off in Japan. That's why we weren't. That's why I got leaked, and that's how we knew everything about it. But it was like he showed off the little Pokeball thing. And I don't care. Like as a Pokemon fan, I'm like I don't care.
But
like
you can carry Blastoise wherever you go.
that's fine, but the game is not the like. It's I don't know if it's fair because they did say that the traditional Pokemon's coming next year, but I'm just like, dude, I don't care.
And you get Mew with a purchase of the Pokeball Plus.
That first off, that thing should come with the game. They should not be charging separate for that. That's stupid.
They didn't did they give us a price for this?
No, they didn't. Maybe they did, but they didn't do it on the direct the direct release. So, but I can't imagine spending $60 on a Pokemon Go-esque Pokemon game. Like
it's very risky.
Yeah, well, it's gonna sell. Like I'm not saying it's not gonna sell, but I'm wondering. Is the hardcore Pokemon fan base going to latch onto this at all?
Or is it for the new generation?
I think that's who it's for. Like, then that makes sense. Like, you're trying to get those people that play Pokemon Go, because there's even integration with it, to pick up this and then maybe graduate to the actual Pokemon. But it's like, I feel like you're doing it backwards. Like, you need to get the hardcore to play it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It just, something feels weird about it.
We mentioned on the past Nintendo, we mentioned before, where like if I didn't play the DS version just recently, I think that would have convinced me to jump into this. Again, I bought Pokemon Yellow for the anniversary that came out. Mm-hmm. But I mean, like I don't care about buying this game again.
My main thing is they're taking out a lot of the battling. Like the Pokemon, when you're catching it, you don't actually fight them. Yeah, you just catch. And I'm just like, you're literally removing half of the game.
But you can do it with a friend.
Sure, I guess. But how does that even work? How does that work?
The Pokeballs fuse together, Corey, and then whoever owns the game gets them.
I don't know.
Or can you transfer from this game to Pokemon Go?
I believe you can do it the other way. You can go from
Can you go back?
I don't think you can. I'm fairly sure.
That concerns me.
I'm fairly certain they said that because the weird thing is that because there is battling in this game, but it's only trainers. Like so. In Pokemon Go, you don't really battle.
You don't.
And what happens is when you transfer your Pokemon into Let's Go Pikachu or Let's Go Eevee, basically it has to assign stats to it, like because they don't exist in Pokemon Go. So when that happens, you can't go back.
You know what I got from the original trailer? It's like when you sent your Pokemon from Go into the game, like it went into this separate world that's not in the game. I'm not understanding this because it feels like there's like I just remember looking at it and it looks like there was like a petting zoo or like a special mode where you get to look at all your Pokemon and like I can imagine those being your Pokemon Go Pokemon. Like, can you actually use it in battle?
Yeah, you can. That's what I heard. But again, that
makes sense.
The details of this are a little scarce, and they've said a lot of it, but they haven't gone into great detail about how all this is going to work. And this game comes out in a couple months. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just not for me, but even as a game that's not for me, this feels sloppy. Like something feels weird about it.
Again, it's supporting mobile people. I mean, like our Pokemon Go fans. I'm surprised. I like how Nintendo's really pushing. Was it Niantic? What is that company?
Niantic?
Yeah, I mean, like they gave them basically their own Pokemon game, so it's just pretty big.
So Fire Emblem, 3 houses. Is that right?
You keep saying 3 houses.
What is it?
Well, that's what they captioned. 3 houses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, not tree houses like I thought it was.
I mean,
this looks cool.
Yeah.
No, this looks like a really cool game. What I found weird was that they dated this game for Q2 of 2019. Yeah. Why? Like, out of everything they showed on this list is basically everything coming this year, and then they're just kind of like, oh, by the way, Fire Emblem. And like, so like, where's Metroid? Where's Bayonetta? Like, where are our 2019 games?
I didn't even think about that.
Right. Like, it's cool to see it, but it also looked a little rough. Like,
yeah, it was not finished.
It was very framey. It was very like, again, it seemed very sloppy. Like it was just I don't know, put Fire Emblem in there. And then and then they moved to Xenoblade.
Do we have a Fire Emblem game? No, put one in.
they have Xenoblade DLC, which is coming this year. So like, yeah, again, like everything on this list except Fire Emblem is coming this year. So I was like, okay, that's weird. And it didn't look that great. Like,
it's still in process. It's got to be like, yeah. I would be surprised if this game gets delayed.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, but no, like it's Fire Emblem, and this is the game that I want because like I want the enhanced graphics. Like, while I don't hate the DS version, but there's something about that game when you have the full 3D that enhances it for me.
That combat looks so cool as
right.
how you play it tactical, and then it literally brings you from the sky to your character, and you see
Right.
the battle happen.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a nice mechanic.
I will play that Fire
That
Emblem.
runs smooth. Like,
oh yeah,
man.
I'll look
Now,
forward to that.
I'm excited for it, but $60 or $40 title.
It'll be full price for sure. I can't see him.
No.
Yeah, because with the whole 3D, but you're right. Like it needs to be a step up. Like
I mean, this is a series that started on well, I should say portable because it was like on the Super Nintendo or something like that.
it was on GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah.
Well, even before that.
Yeah.
But it's been living on portable systems. Right. Like again, this is to me your transition more so to portable to the Switch.
Right.
And
this Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. We already talked about this on the predictions. Like it still looks like a 3DS game. At least with Fire Emblem, it doesn't look like a 3DS game. So I can give them some credit for that.
I agree.
So then they kind of shotgunned a couple things out. Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming to the Switch, which did get leaked, it's cool that it's confirmed.
Third-party game.
Sometime this year. Overcooked 2 is going to debut on the Switch.
I was actually excited.
So yeah, that's a really cool.
That is an amazing.
That's
game.
one of the better announcements of this list. Oh,
that's the best party game.
Overcooked is awesome. Overcooked 2 kind of came out of nowhere, and it's weird that it's coming out so soon.
I can't wait to throw food.
That's. I hope it's good. Like Overcooked was really really good, but can they do it again? That's the question.
You know what? As long as they can make new puzzles with their maps, there's hands down.
Right. So, Killer Queen Black. Now, this is probably going to fly over the heads of a lot of people.
It did to me.
But this is probably one of the biggest announcements of the show. Like, Killer Queen Black is a huge thing in arcades, and it's not on anything else but arcade right now. So, bringing that to the Switch is a big, big deal. I'm not going to, go through this and tell you what it is, but, like, that is a huge deal, I promise you. But that's cool, and it's cool that it's coming to Switch, and that's kind of a perfect place for it with all the different controllers and all that fun stuff. And then, what am I forgetting? Was that it? Oh, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is coming out on the Switch today. So that's cool too. That's a great game. Switch is a good place for it. Like that's a very Switch focused game or a good Switch home for it. So that was everything besides Smash. And I got to say, again, it felt a little sloppy.
Like, including Smash or before Smash?
I think you can include Smash in that.
I feel like Smash was definitely the more focus of this Nintendo Direct.
It was like
hands down.
The Direct was like 40 minutes and Smash was 28 of it.
Reggie once. You saw Reggie once introduce these games, and then they brought in the Smash developer, and well, that one guy.
Maybe we missed who that was.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But like, this is probably the E3 where we've seen less of Reggie. Like it's kind of
that's weird.
And no Miyamoto. I mean, it's just...
So, let's get into Smash, because that's clearly here. So, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the name.
I'm excited. I love Smash. And now, they brought back every playable character. Every single one. You played them, you can play them again.
This feels like a cash grab.
Oh, well, it's grabbing my cash.
Like, this... Okay. The only thing I can think of when I'm thinking of this is when they announced the Wii U, and they had Batman Arkham Asylum a year after it came out. And Reggie came out on stage and was like, oh, it's a brand new game. And we're all just kind of like, okay, what's new in it? It's like, well, there's some new stuff. You can play with the tablet. And I'm just kind of like...
But again...
You're lying to me right now. Like...
Did they say Smash Brothers was a brand new game for the Switch? I don't remember hearing this.
They are, yeah.
I just remember Smash for the Switch.
Right, but they're... The way that they are... This whole presentation... They are trying to present this as a new game. Like, they're trying to be like, it's an all-stars version. Like, we're bringing back everybody. And I'm like...
I think of it as there was Smash Wii U, and now we're getting Smash Arcade. Like, that's, to me, what it feels like. It's just the updated version with all characters.
That's $60. Like, a lot of the changes that they're making are, like, stuff you could do in a title update. Like... They presented like, oh, look, now you've got a little meter for some of these people. And I'm like...
But didn't you also buy Mario Kart on the Switch?
Yeah.
For the same original price that you bought it for the Wii U?
Yeah, that's true.
It's the Switch version.
But
how many people have bought Smash U for Wii U?
But they didn't present Mario Kart 8 as a new game. It's called Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
It had new modes and whatnot.
That's what I'm saying. Like it had a redone battle mode and everything, but they weren't in my face about it. Like everything that the way they're presenting this to me felt wrong. Like, and they ended the conference with Ridley. That's the big reveal. And Sakurai said, I hope you're not expecting new characters. And I'm like, what are you talking
But that
about?
was the tease.
What are you talking about?
That was the tease. Because
No,
after
I don't
he
believe
said that,
yeah.
he brought in Ridley.
Right, but the way he said, he's like, I hope you're not expecting a lot of new characters because we're bringing everybody back, but we do have one. And it's just like, dude, that is what people love about this, is the new characters. And you said, I hope you're not expecting more. People will say, oh, he was just teasing. I don't think he is. I think we might get one new character besides Ridley, and that is it.
I think we're going to get more. I
really don't think so.
I feel like we will. I feel like we're going to be surprised. I'm going to call it now. I want to say we're going to get at least 4 more new characters.
I say we get 1 more max. 2 new characters total. Well, I guess, do we count Daisy? Is Daisy a new character?
This is the only disappointment I had for this. Daisy is already a skin that plays like Peach.
Right.
She's an Echo character that is just going to play like Peach. You just did this to say you had another character.
Right.
That's the only reason.
Like,
God.
I wouldn't be mad at this if it wasn't just for that one line, because it's awesome that they're bringing back every character. They're going to have all the stages. It's basically, whenever they brought Smash forward a new generation, it was like, why didn't you bring those levels with it? Why didn't you bring those characters with it? We never got an answer to that. And now they're saying, look, we're doing it. Snake is coming back. We're bringing every
Ice
single
Climbers,
character.
yeah.
Ice Climbers, Pichu even.
Inkling,
like
new
Young
character.
Link, everything. That's awesome. But they're presenting that as we should be thankful that they're doing that.
I didn't get that feeling.
Oh, I got that 100%. I mean, they're selling it that way. They're selling it saying this is the ultimate version. This is a Capcom ass move. Like, this is the ultimate version.
Yeah.
And so that's where, like, this looks great. I spit on myself. No one saw that, hopefully. This looks great. Like, it looks visually awesome. All the characters, like, they took time to update them
Character
visually.
skins, new
visuals.
skins,
and all that. But it's just
new
like,
Final Smashes too.
yeah, I'm not in love with that. And it also feels like a game that they're really pushing to the competitive crowd. Because
I hope it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
1v1.
yeah, like there's a lot of things in here, a lot of changes. But again, like in this modern era, I'm just like, if you don't have new characters, what do you have? As a Smash fan, that's what I love those games for. Is I love the hype building up to the new characters. I love the new characters, playing as new characters. Selling me this for $60 is a lot to ask.
See, I'm hands down, and I'm going to get it day one. And I think the whole idea of this is because, again, I skipped the Wii U version. I didn't actually own that. The last one I did own was Brawl. Played the Wii U version, of course, and if you play Smash, you play Smash. I mean, that's how it is. But it makes me even more excited to play it. Because, again, a lot of the characters that they brought back in Wii U version were DLC characters. You actually had to buy these characters,
Right.
and now, again, you get them in this version. I really like the idea of the sense of progression in this game. They said you're going to start off with it sounds like your original Super Smash Brothers cast.
Yeah, 12 or something.
Yeah, and then from that you play and you collect and you battle to get every single character.
Which
I like that idea.
that could be fun, but they didn't say anything about it. All they said was,
I'm not going to tell you how you get them.
you spent 25 minutes telling me about this game. You didn't show me a new mode or anything. They didn't show
But
a
again,
single new mode.
I like this idea because
I love the idea, but telling me you're gonna like the characters a cool way, but that could just mean every 10 matches you get a new character.
Well,
Like,
again, I really feel like it's going to be similar to how they did in the first Super Smash Brothers. You have to play, arcade on this difficulty and make sure you have 3 lives left, or you have to do all the target practices to unlock Luigi. Or like. I feel like that was a very unique way because you always in original Super Smash Brothers, like, who's this character? How am I going to get this character?
Right.
And
But-
not knowing until having to look it up.
right, and you're right. Like I remember this was before the internet was a big thing. Like when Super Smash Bros. Melee came out, and I unlocked Ganondorf in the event mode. Had no idea he was in the game.
Yeah.
Mind was blown. But if you don't have new characters, it's really hard to sell me on that. Like, I don't know. Something just, again, this whole thing with Nintendo, it feels weird. Like, something feels off. It feels sloppy. Like, I want to play this game because we are Smash people. We love Smash. But I hope in the lead up to it, which it's not coming out in September, which we thought it would, at least I did, because I thought it was going to launch with online. It's coming out in December. So they have time to tell me more about this game. But I thought it was weird that they didn't show a new mode. They didn't show,
Oh, yeah. They didn't show anything.
anything. Yeah.
Other than characters.
They showed the characters, which was fine, but they literally spent 10 minutes talking about the little tiny details that changed.
How are you not excited that Marth has American English voice acting?
Whoop-de-doo, Basil. Like,
and then you have a choice to play Radiant Dawn Ike to, I don't remember the other one, Ike.
That's awesome fan service. It really is. Yeah. But that is not worth.
Aren't you ready to see your little limit bar by your percentage charge up?
That is not worth $60.
You see what item that you put in your pocket as the villager?
No, I'm not. No. So, again, they can get away with it because it's Smash and because a lot of people didn't have the Wii U. You know, that's why they can get away with it.
You know what this makes me think? So this game's going to release. Where does Smash go from here?
This is it.
It has to be.
Yeah, at least for a long time. Like
all the characters.
This is Sakurai's last game. Yeah, this is his last Smash game. Yeah,
I believe that.
There's no way. But again, it's we brought up Mario Kart, and we're getting way too much into a debate about Smash here. But like Mario Kart, when they presented it, they said Mario Kart 8. They said this is Mario Kart 8, but they're treating this. They're like, no, this is new. This is Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and I'm just kind of like.
See, I really don't see that much of a difference.
This is a Capcom.
Because the same thing's going to happen whenever they bring Mario Maker to the Switch. I mean, you're going to have a couple upgrades, but it's the Switch version. But again, the Wii U did not sell a lot. I mean, the big games that did sell were Mario Maker and Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart. I mean, honestly, I'm happy that we're even getting a Smash right now on the Switch because it's going to give more opportunity to people to play who have a Switch now.
Right. They brought over Bayonetta. They didn't lie to you about it. It was $60. You got both. Like, but they're also doing it with like Captain Toad. Like Captain Toad's $60. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Like, so there's just a couple of these titles that it just doesn't sit right with me. But for them to say this is a new Smash game and then to come out and say, like, it's like if they made a new Doom game and they said there's no new demons. Like, it's just like, what? So I don't know. You're going to get it for sure. I'm not going to. Unless they come out and show some new new modes, and they blow me away, I'm out. Like, there was nothing in this Nintendo presentation that I want besides maybe Fire Emblem. Like,
you get to play as an alien dragon, Corey.
Metroid's my favorite series. Like, and that's the other thing.
What other Metroid characters we had?
This turned into a Smash debate. They did Ridley because that is the character that people have been asking for since the GameCube. And that is their way to be like, right, that is their way to be like, you're not getting any new characters, but Ridley, shut up. Like, we're finally giving him to you, leave me alone.
We get like, Bomberman as an assist trophy.
Why isn't he a character?
Why isn't Waluigi a character?
Exactly. Like, it just, I don't know.
So many questions.
Yeah, I feel like I'm ranting now. I don't mean to be. But no, so, as a whole, this was a very weak presentation to me from Nintendo. They've been much stronger in the past, and I think that this version of Smash, maybe it'll get better, but the way they showed it was very weak to me. No new modes, only one new character. Like, it felt weak.
And again, we're rambling, but quick. The rumor of Star Fox.
Yeah, where'd that go?
Nothing.
Like, where's Retro?
It's like Star Links was Star Fox. You know, that was our Star Fox announcement. Like you mentioned, I completely forgot Bayonetta 3.
Yeah. I'm not too surprised about that.
But
one,
still.
Yeah.
What was there something else?
Metroid. Yeah.
You can't just announce Metroid and not show it. But again, Nintendo is known to have mini directs throughout the year. So again, like 3 months from now, we're probably going to get a direct of updates with these games and so forth. But E3 is where you want to show these titles off.
Right. Again, it was just weird that all these games were coming out this year, and then you threw Fire Emblem in there. Like, it just felt like
that's a game that you show at an offside Nintendo Direct.
It felt sloppy to me. But again, sometimes they just have bad presentations. So maybe Smash will end up being a huge game that has a lot of new stuff.
you even said that Reggie sounded bored.
He did. He sounded bored.
He sounded very businessman. Like, where he's usually super excited.
But yeah, it's
conferences.
Where's Retro, man? Like, I really want to know that.
You're still working on Sea of Thieves?
I think they don't. That's rare.
Oh God.
It threw me off now. I think that Star Fox game is real. The question is that did it get canceled? Like, I think at one point that was a real game, and the question is whether or not it's still real. Yeah. And that's because Retro's doing something. Like, they're not just sitting around.
It's like because they're like, oh, maybe we should make this a F-Zero game.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because it needs to be F-Zero. It's a racing game. So F-Zero.
Yeah, I think if I had to grade it, again, I'm not going to grade it on the stuff that wasn't there, you know, like Metroid wasn't there and stuff. I'd have to go with the C. Like, it was a fine presentation. There was some stuff in there. Again, nothing for me, but it was still it was an okay presentation. There's some good stuff coming, like Fighter Z, Overcooked, Killer Queen Black. That's a huge thing. Fortnite.
The third party is on its way to Nintendo,
it's
which
all
is
there.
great. That's support. But then now you're like, all right, so where's the first party?
Right.
You know, we went to the.
I'll be getting Mario Tennis Aces. I'm looking forward to that game.
Nintendo's always been the first party machine. You buy a Nintendo console for the first party. Again, I'm happy the third party there, and maybe that's what they need to focus on right now is getting the third party back. You know, that makes sense to me. It really does, and they're showing the variety of third party games that you can now play on the Switch.
Right.
So that's nice to see that. But as Nintendo fans, we want the Nintendo games.
Right, and it's again, not everything was for me. Almost nothing was, but even I'm not going to hold that against them. It's just it felt sloppy. Everything felt sloppy. I'm going to go with a C.
I give them C plus. Again, and that's close to B minus just because of Super Smash Brothers. I'm super psyched for this game. I love Super Smash Brothers. God, like it could have just been Super Smash Brothers.
I almost feel like it should have been.
You're like,
but all right. That's going to do it. All the conferences are over. We've given our reviews of all of them. So we're going to do one more video on E3. We're going to talk about what games that we think were game of the show or our favorite games from E3 2018 in the next video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and tune in next time.